Hi, this is MTB214. Thanks for stopping by the channel. Thanks to subscribers new and old. Just got 400 today. Thank you for subscribing. This is a book review overview. I got this free from a friend. It's the same friend that did with the movie haul, but this was some time ago. Their son actually has autism, and that's what this book is about. And it was very interesting. I know some people that have it are on the spectrum, is what they say, but not like this young boy. So he's older now. He's probably in his 30s now, but this is a picture of him when he was just a kid, and his mother was a big help to him with being able to do more in life. So he doesn't know, he can't speak. I wouldn't say doesn't know how to. He doesn't speak like verbally. He can make sounds in it, but it's sort of not like, regular English. He comes from India. He lived at 2 places there and then moved to LA and California in America. But his mother was really his advocate to try and teach him in so many ways. And that some people are sort of, again, I did some reading up on it of how she's trying to help him. Some people don't think that really works, but it seems that to me it does. There's conflicting things about that. But so basically, to get him to communicate, he was taught the alphabet, and on a board there's the alphabet. It actually has a little thing of that inside somewhere. I'm not gonna try and pronounce his name. Tito, I can pronounce that. So there was a board with the different letters of the alphabet there. I don't know why it's okay. There it goes. So he would go point to each letter to spell out words to get his point across. And then I looked up about him, for what's happened in his life now. And from a few years ago, he had sort of a electronic typewriter that types in the letters to say what he wants to say. And through books and different things that he didn't know how to read first, so his mother reading to him and telling him stories and stuff, is how he got a lot of inner knowledge, but he wasn't really able to express himself, isn't now. But in the traditional way, talking and other things. But with the typing it, his mother would sort of help him, but teach him by showing him, he sees what to do and different things, but she'd have to physically guide him so he can make the connection between mind and body. And in it, in the book, he says about, he writes about how this has a disconnect of his mind has all this, but his body can't do certain things, so there's a disconnect. So I think the mind tree sort of means okay, that a tree feels and has different things, but it can't move and do things like a person or an animal can. So he sort of feels like that. It seems that he has all this going on in his mind, but he can't express himself fully. But with through writing, he's able to express himself. There's some poems that he wrote, and they're sort of interspersed throughout here. So, sphere of symmetry, smooth its body, it rolls with grace, with playful happiness. So, it's sort of his life story. His mother tries to teach him, tries to get him into schools, which has problems, and then in a special school to help him. And then different things, interacting with other people. He was very fearful, and one thing he did with fear physically is to flap his hands and or cry or make noise and stuff. So he can't really express himself fully, but he had a lot of fear in him about new things and everything being on a schedule, what's normal. But later on, he goes to appreciate how there's different changes in life, and going out with his mother to a restaurant or this or that, or walking around in town. So he goes to enjoy new experiences more. and like his growth. So he's able to communicate in a way like writing, poetry, and that the thing in with this is that with like relating to autism is like, oh, like if he can't speak and different things, it's like, oh, like, you know, he's sort of not intelligent, but he has a lot of depth to him, and like, you know, his mind is working, that he understands things from like reading books and different things, and like has a lot of depth and inner thoughts and desires, etc., but he doesn't express it other than writing. So it goes to show, like, you know, if a person has severe autism, they still have their mind, and like, you know, there's more going on behind the scenes than what you see, and can, like, you know, they can see and, like, you know, sense what's going around in their environment. It just making that connection is the difficult, like the mental to the physical. One interesting thing in it was he says about like seeing in different, like, you know, emotions and seeing things like with different colors, which reminded me, I'm pretty sure it was like Mozart or another composer had something similar, that they, and like other people had something that, like, you know, could sense things in color, like he says about like his mother and like how she's feeling with different colors, and other people like their aura. So it's a very interesting book. It's from a few years ago. It gives inside look into about autism, and there is more depth to it. Like I've seen with like people I know that are on the spectrum, like some of them are like so smart. Like one of them knows a ton about sports and like religious church related things. Another one, some of everything, like about music, and is into psychology and different things. So there is more depth, and like the person's son who I got this from, he knows his way around like everywhere, that like, you know, they went on a road trip and he knows his way locally around very well. So people that do have autism are intelligent, just in some different ways, and being able to like make the connection may seem difficult, but there's more going on behind the scenes than what we see. So it was like interesting look into it. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for 400 subscribers. Keep it coming. Have a great evening and rest of the week. Take care.